All right, so yeah, I know that was originally a slightly unprofessional presentation with bro, right? Or sup with bro, as we like to call it. So now let's just, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes a little bit. So over here, yeah, that's that little area where I set up the board to do the TikTok live, right? So let me just show you what that looks like, right? So that's what that looks like, yeah. So now I guess I can take you to what first person tutor, or only one first person tutor, would look like when I'm going live. Yes, ladies and gents, this is how I go from doing a slightly unprofessional presentation with bro to an episode of only one first person tutor, right? So let's clear that from the board. Okay, so this is what an episode of, only one first person tutor, this is what it would look like, right? So let's say I wanted to give somebody, let me just, so this is an example of me going from Sup with Bro to an episode of, first person tutor, right? Yeah, so yeah, this is just the behind the scenes of what that episode would look like, right? So of late I've been following a trend, right, where what some people do to enhance the brand of their classes online, what they do is they post a question, right, whether in picture form or video form, and they say to people, hey, find a solution and drop it in the comments. And I don't know, it works. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It definitely works, right? So what you do is you leave the question, you don't do anything to it, right? You can maybe give clues or whatever, but you don't answer the question until you get responses from people, right? It's a good tactic. I mean, if there was ever a trend that I think is a good idea and something that educators should follow, it's definitely this one. So yes, definitely follow this trend, right? So if you're a teacher that's a content creator, one of the things that you might want to do is you have a question, right? You place it on the board, you make a short video, maybe a 1 minute and 30-second video, saying to them, hey, these are the things that you could do in order to get your answer, but let me know how you went about doing it. I want to see how you got your answer to the question, right? That's really all you're doing, right? You're literally showing that, or rather, you want your audience, you want them to show you they're working. Because yes, you can give me the answer, but the answer is the easy part, right? The answer is easy. Everybody can give me the answer, right? So it's kind of like, you can tell me how to go viral, but the work that goes into going viral, yeah, that's the everyday. That's the doing it every day. That is the I will show that die when I die, which means I will show that discipline is everything when I do it every day. You understand? It's the everyday things that you do that make you go viral, not, oh, let me do this and doing this will make me go viral. No. You have to be willing to say, hey, I'm going to do this every day. No matter how I feel, I'm going to say, well, I told you that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm going to do this. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm going to do this. Monday and Friday, I'm going to do that. And stick to that, no matter how you feel. Right? Do it for a month, and just step back and see what happened. Do it for another month. Step back, watch, and see what happened. Do it for another month, and just keep doing that until you make it to a year. Because again, in the words of Alex Hormozy, before you are great, before you're excellent, you have to be consistent, right? And consistency is difficult. Why? Because you have to fight your own mind. You have to fight the darkness. Yeah? You have to fight the, boy, nobody not watching my video, nobody not sharing it, nobody not leaving comments, right? Because nobody likes feeling like what they're doing is a waste of time, right? Nobody likes that. Yeah, it's a god awful feeling, right? So the voice that you're hearing right now, and just so you can understand, you're listening to the voice of your one Bossman Digital. This is a M, by the way, so let me apologize if it does not look, you know, there we go. So yeah, there we go, right? So you're listening to the voice of Bossman Digital Media explaining how I revisited the brand of first person tutor, right? And of course, for those of you who are into anything education, right, here is your tour guide. Your tour guide for that is on YouTube in the form of, and you have to spell it like this. So everything after the number 4 is in common. This is a number, the number 1, and these are in capital, right? So yeah, so if you're looking for Bossman teaching first person tutor and we still learn, then you can always utilize this. Search for this on YouTube, right? Just search for that on YouTube. Yeah, that's your tour guide. That is your tour guide to everything education, right? The person you're listening to right now is Bossman Digital Media, basically showing you how I revisited the branding of first person tutor, right? And yeah, it's you know, sometimes you have to take a step back and you have to go and revisit things that you left behind, you know, because I did first person tutor and now I'm looking at it and thinking, okay, well, if I want to do my videos as a 9x16, I can do it like this. And all my 9x16 videos will be done on the only one first person tutor brand, or just call it first person tutor for short. And the easiest way to find first person tutor is to type this on YouTube. Type this on YouTube, right? And of course, there's a featured channel section. So if you look on the featured channel section, you will actually find all of the pages that you're looking for. So you'll see the We Still Learn, you will see the Bossman teaching, you'll also see the first person tutor, right? But I also have to revisit it as well, just to make sure that it actually shows on the page, right? Because it may not be there as yet, so I might have to make that adjustment before you actually take your visit there. But in the event that you're not seeing it, what you can do, type this in YouTube. When you see more and more links, you tap on more links and you will see a drop down of 3 YouTube channels, and of course you will see your first person tutor in there, right? So that's what you're going to want to do. So yeah, I feel very productive, very accomplished, you know, and it's fine. You know, some days you're not going to feel it, you know, you're not going to be motivated every day or inspired every day. So sometimes you just have to say, you know what, my mood doesn't matter, let me just get to work. You know, let me just get to work and just see what happens. So again, that's what it means when I say I will show die when I die, which means I will show that discipline is everything when I do it every time. So yeah, so thanks for spending your time with me.